Dear all, welcome to ESE Online, digital platform of ESE Engineering Academy. This is Dr. G. Balaraju, Professor of ESE Engineering Academy. So in the present video, we would like to give question paper analysis and key related to ESE preliminary examination, general studies and engineering aptitude. So morning paper. Once you see the weightage, so topic wise weightage, as you know 10 topics. Okay, from the students' feedback, we received that a few people are saying that the paper is too tough, particularly technical subjects, but mathematics and aptitude point of view moderate, however a little bit lengthy. Out of 100 questions, comfortably you can manage 40 to 45 questions. So one thing I would like to inform you at this particular time, don't get disappointed, because when you see the previous year's question papers, of course compared to those previous question papers, this paper is tough. You are able to answer 40 to 45 questions, you will get decent score. No need to think in the pessimistic side. 40 to 45 questions you could manage means definitely you can have hopes, because anyway technical paper and general studies paper stage 1. And even topper also, if you go through the previous videos, topper also had only 45 to 50 questions. Just believe me, 50-55 questions you are able to answer properly enough. So in this paper also, any stream, it could be mechanical, civil or even ESE or electrical, any branch. So 45 questions can be attempted. When you see the topic wise weightage, current issues, background concepts, maybe general studies, current affairs topic, 15 questions we had. Of course, those questions are straightforward, but those were preparing for competitive examination, particularly IAS. For those aspirants, the questions may be very low level, but engineering students may be some tough only, straightforward questions, but these are not at all very easy. I cannot say it is easy. Coming to engineering aptitude, so aptitude questions little bit lengthy but moderate. Out of 15 questions, so many of your students, like many of your friends, answered around 10 questions easily. So from current affairs and general aptitude, so 20 questions easily you can manage. Engineering mathematics and numerical analysis, 15 questions. Out of 15 questions, 10 questions are easy, 5 questions are hard. General principles of design, drawing, importance of safety. From drawing there are 4 questions, straightforward questions. Mechanical engineering students as well as civil engineering students will take some advantage, because mechanical students are very much aware about drawing. Those 4 questions dead easy. So straightforward questions and easy to answer. But remaining branches like ESE and EEE may be somewhat difficult. Civil engineering people also can answer easily. So 4 questions from drawing and easily we can answer, and 3 questions from standards, particularly design standards. General question, one question is general question. Another question is automobile. So who have some background regarding automobile, they can answer. Axle, what is the function of axle? One question is there. And design requirement, one question is there. And standards and quality practices. In quality practices, there are 5 questions. Out of 5 questions, 3 questions are straightforward. So without any thinking you can answer, provided if you know control charts or some concepts related to quality control, those questions you can manage. Out of 5, 3 questions comfortably you can answer. Basics of energy and environment, 5 questions. Of course 3 questions are easy and the remaining 2 questions are very tough. Basics of project management, horrible. I can say project management questions are too tough, totally high level. So those who are aware about project management information system and those who are preparing for PM certification, those students can answer. Of course the paper is only relative, and even the paper is very hard means for everyone it is hard, easy means for everyone is easy. So just don't get disappointed. In the beginning itself I told you it is only relative, and you are able to get 45 to 50 marks, 50 questions you are able to attempt, enough. And coming to material science, again 7 questions like a horrible only mechanical engineering students can answer, because too much depth has given. And electrical electronics, for those specializations, of course difficult only. ICT this time very encouraging, 15 questions, and of course 10 questions are straightforward. So general concepts, you are aware about IT and some vocabulary, then you can manage some questions. Ethics and moral values, so this time straightforward questions. Out of 8 questions, of 4 to 5 questions are straightforward, or 2-3 questions you have to think. Okay, so coming to like a key, I'm going to give a key for 3 subjects: engineering drawing, design and safety, and quality standards, as well as project management. So let us have the first one, drawing. So this question, if you see, which one of the following is used for drawing curves which cannot be drawn with compass? So when you have a curves, then normally we use compass, but the French curves, so which are actually some desired shape, and any curve we can have. So straightforward you can say it is actually basics, like fundamentals. Answer is option C, French curves. A plane extended if necessary will meet a reference plane. Suppose you take vertical plane and horizontal plane. So vertical plane and horizontal plane. Suppose I have one rectangular plane like this. So if you extend this plane, it is definitely going to meet horizontal plane. A line you will get. This is actually a trace. So when you project anything, it is giving some impression, that is nothing but a trace. If any plane is inclined or perpendicular, then you will get trace. Parallel means you won't get any trace. So on horizontal plane we have a trace. It is actually called as horizontal trace. So what is the answer here? Traces of the plane. Answer is option B. Next question, which of the following are the methods of determining the line of intersection of 2 solids, intersection of solids? So when we have 2 solids, so which method we are going to use for identifying the intersection surface? There are 2 methods. Lines method, we can draw the lines, or planes method. So these intersection points, like you will get a curve. This is actually intersection surface. By connecting all these points, we will get a surface, or maybe a curve we will get. So either you can use lines or planes. So which method is generally used or maybe suited? Means line method or cutting plane method. Option A, line method or plane method. Next question, which one of the following is used for pyramids and cones? Development of surface. In case of development of surface, so there are many methods. So which method generally we use? Slant edge generator is used as a radius. Slant edge means a radial line method. Answer is option B. So this is regarding drawing. And coming to standards and quality. So this question related to DMAIC principle. So DMAIC. Which one of the following is associated with developing qualitative and quantitative evaluation of how changes of input and output? So input and output changes, it is related to define means what is generally required. Measure means we are going to measure the performance of any system, or maybe it is only dealing with how to check the things. Analyze means what are the causes, like how it is happened. So input and output, how it is changing. So answer is option C. Next, P chart. P chart is generally known as control charts for attributes. There are 2 types of charts, control charts for variables and control charts for attributes. And in P chart, we use only go, no go, yes or no, like a binary type, 1 or 0 type. So yes or no. So what is the advantage of P chart? Requires only go and no go gauge principle. So the one is correct. The first one is correct. No requirements for pre-tested standard units. Standard units means it is a kilograms or maybe length or weight or height or volume, or it could be some measurement. But in generally it's a tested, no or yes. We are checking this. It is a good or bad, that only we are deciding. So no need to go for any standard units. It is only yes or no, such kind of things. So these are correct. No requirements for pre-tested. Accounts for all errors, it is not correct. And moreover, only 2 options available here. 1 is correct, 2 is correct. So where we had this, answer is option C. Next, which one of the following is an example for discrete random variables? Actually, we have 2 types of data. Random variables could be continuous data and discrete data. Discrete data could be P chart or C chart, or generally control charts for attributes are using only attributes. So P chart and C chart, very discrete distribution we use. X bar chart, R chart and sigma chart will use normal distribution. That's actually continuous data. If you look at this triangular distribution where we had 3 patterns, and it is actually one type of continuous data. So it is actually continuous, it is a continuous, not discrete. Normal distribution, of course, it is only continuous. Central limit theorem is basically everything is following only normal distribution, it is also continuous. What is the right answer here? Option D. Negative binomial distribution. Binomial distribution or Poisson distribution is going to be discrete random variables. And coming to this question, almost all the quality control problems can be solved if the following conditions for manufacturing the product are met. The quality characteristics are within the appropriate specification tolerance limit determined by the customer requirements. Customer will give the requirements in the form of tolerances like upper specification limit and lower specification limit, and our product should be within the limits only. So it is correct. The variability of the quality characteristics is minimized as much as possible. Actually, Six Sigma or any quality management or TQM is only using the concept of how to reduce the variation. Six Sigma is basically how to reduce the variability or maybe standard deviation. So this is correct. The mean of each quality characteristics is as close as possible to the target. Actually, target is a mean, and everything should be within the limits, and that should be nearby target only. So this is correct. So mean in the sense central tendency. This is actually degree of dispersion. Okay, always we have to think about the central tendency as well as degree of dispersion. So 3 things are very much required. Answer is option D. 3 things are correct here. Key is option D. Next question, the manufacturing cost of the component will decrease. When the manufacturing cost will be decreasing, if the customer is ready to accept any limits. If the customer is accepting any level, like a lower specification limit and upper specification limit, this bandwidth is more, then we have relaxation. So if the gap is more, the manufacturer will get some relaxation and he can produce at any manner. So naturally what will happen, there is no utmost care and there is no need to take any precautions. Obviously manufacturing cost is getting down. If the customer is looking for tight tolerances, obviously what will happen, there is a need of choosing a right methodology, right tool and right method, precision tools, everything you have to take care. Automatically what will happen to manufacturing cost increases like anything. Here what we can say, the tolerances are increases, obviously manufacturing cost decrease. Answer is option B. Manufacturing cost decreases as the tolerance and the quality characteristics increase. Which one of the following refers to efforts to tailor thousands of items such as car, hamburgers to specific customer needs? If you look at any make to stock means ready-made. All ready-made things are generally mass customization, not individual. Make to order means you are giving order, then you can prepare. That is actually make to order. But your car, automobile, any refrigerator or TV unit, anything you take outside, all are make to stock and only mass customization. What is the right word I have to use here? Mass customization. Answer is straightforward, mass customization. Option B. Next, it is important to carefully identify the needs and expectations of customer. Like you have to listen to the voice of customer. And here they mentioned limitations and weight and available materials, components, lot of things we are going to consider while designing. So all these are basically design requirements. When you are designing any component, you have to think about all these things. Answer is option C, design requirements. What are the functions of axles? It is a general question. So if you are aware about automobiles, at least little bit just common sense type only. The answer could be transfer the weight of mover from the housing to the wheels, allow rotation of the wheels, maintain location of the wheels related to the housing. Answer is option D. And coming to project management questions are general type. and somewhat vague. Just look at this. Of course, either you are aware about law terms and something legal issues, particularly legal terms. Black's Law Dictionary, the law treats. So it is just common question, like it is a common sense. If you apply, then you can answer. Law treats the corporation itself as a person which can, option C, sue and to be sued. Like it is just legal penalties. If something is getting wrong, then a legal action. Those who drive automobiles are familiar with blind spots. Okay, when you are driving any vehicle, like blind spots are generally occurred, and you have to take care. And in business also, without our knowledge, something is getting wrong. And you may be thinking that everything is good and everything is moving in right direction. There is a possibility of suddenly unexpectation, like a risk may be involved, because whatever you are expecting, it is not taking place. Okay, that kind of things. Like what about the method? Which method is not under blind spot? Okay, self-deception, willful blindness, inattentional blindness, illusion of invulnerability of group. Actually, these things, blind spot, without our knowledge will happen. So intentionally you are doing means it is something wrong. So answer is willful blindness, but of course there is a chance of getting this also with doubt here. Next, which of the following is not a factor for large scale diversification? Large scale diversification means like a diversification means like a more and more things, and the business is getting expanded horizontally and vertically. And here why business is expanded? Restriction in growth in the existing line of, yes, there is a restriction. So business maybe diversification is generally taking place. Policies with respect to imports, and these are actually maybe reasons for diversification. Opening of newer areas, but which one is not at all? Answer is option D. Answer is option D. Not E mentioned, so it is answer is option D. BCG, in BCG, what is generally x-axis and y-axis? In BCG, on x-axis and y-axis, relative market share, okay, and relative growth rate, relative market share, and relative market growth rate. Answer is option C. Straightforward, option C is the answer for this. Relative market share and relative market growth rate. What are the factors that contribute decline in unit cost when the unit cost is getting decreased? So when you do anything repeated manner, you will get learning, and technological improvements are generally taking place in mass production and economies of scale. Answer is option B. Okay, for this question, answer is option B. Learning effects, technological improvements, and economies of scale. Consider the following statements. The broad areas of corporate appraisal in few important aspects to be considered: marketing and distribution, production and operation, research and development, project rating. Actually here corporate appraisal is required for three. For the three cases, corporate appraisal is required. Project rating is no way concerned with corporate appraisal. So answer is 1, 2, 3, option A. Option A is the right answer for this. Which one of the following methods is an important qualitative method? Qualitative method, the quantitative method, two types. Quantitative methods are mathematical oriented and statistical based, but only one method here, jury of executive opinion. This is actually opinion and judgment. Answer is option A. The remaining three are quantitative methods. Why Delphi method of demand forecasting appeals to many organizations? Delphi method where experts are involved, and there is a need of like a discussion in the form of brainstorming, and they'll submit the reports in the form of confidential manner. So nothing is revealed. So if you look at this, everything like a more accurate and less expensive, more accurate and less expensive, more accurate and less expensive, more accurate and less expensive. This is a common thing. Bias is generally not required. Bias is not the advantage. Here bias mentioned. So I can delete option A, option C. It is need not to be revealed to all. So I can choose answer is option D. Okay, based upon the options, we can choose answer is option D. Option D we can choose. Okay, so with this I can conclude 3 subjects, and the next I'll request Jaira sir to present the key for ethics and moral values.
right? Right? Yes. Welcome students. Now I am just going to discuss with you engineering ethics and values. The question paper was quite easy. The questions were raised directly from the main chapters, the main headings. So I don't think that you need to bewilder, and maybe you are all with a ray of hope that what the solutions are going to be. Here I am to just explain you the solutions. Straight away we'll go to the subject now. So there were total altogether 8 questions to students from 46 to 53. So here we have a question. What are the 3 stages in the development of a professional identity? The chapter from the professionalism. The question was quite easy, students, here now. So you will find what are the 3 stages in the development of a professional identity. As you all know, the right option is, if you can look into that, 46 is the B answer, students, like independent operator, professional services, self-defining and integrated professional. I need not write here, it has already been explained. I have given a complete detailed solution here. You can just go through that one, students, like as I have given, it's an answer B, independent operator. It is an independent operator, team-oriented idealist. As you know, that identifying, self-defining or integrated professional. So this is absolutely the right answer. Now we'll go with the next question, students. (47). The first of the fundamental canons of the Code of the National Society of Professional Engineers says that engineers shall hold. The moment you take the course, the first thing that we always discuss with you is that the paramount. So the canon, the basic fundamental canon of the engineers ethics holds that what? Paramount, the safety, health and welfare of the public. This appeared last year also, and this year also it's a repeated question, students, like, therefore it is absolutely the right answer. So chapter 3, Code of Ethics, you find this answer. Now we'll go with the next question. 48th question. A very compassionate man, engineer Bernard Amede, in 2001 was profoundly affected by the poor living conditions in underdeveloped countries, such as the absence of clean water. He founded EWB, that is ESE, in 2001 for improving the living conditions of the poor. Engineering students in EWB are responsible for many projects throughout the world that have enhanced human well-being. What is the full form of the term EWB? So it is quite easy answer, students, like now. So you may be knowing that we have already done, that is in the class, Engineers Without Borders. And the same question that was translated from the French, actually, Engineers Sans Frontiers, ISF. So that is the same question that appeared here, that is answer C. No explanation is required here now. Answer C is the right answer, students, like, right, very good. Now we'll go with the question number 49. The philosopher W.D. Ross, we have already spoken, the duties. What are the duties of Ross? Who constructed a list of basic duties or obligations, which he called prima facie duties. He lists of prima facie duties are given below, like deontological ethics, rights and duties proposed by various philosophers, and you find here one of the philosophers, W.D. Ross. So what is his main prima facie duties like? And I think you can easily answer, students, like now, duties resting on previous acts, okay? Duties of gratitude, duties of justice, duties of beneficence, duties of self-improvement, duties to injure others, unexceptional to be widely practiced. So as I have highlighted in the examination, students, like now, definitely you will find all that is 2, 3 and 4, except the first one, like duties resulting on previous act, that is not the one. So you can rely on 2, 3 and 4 here now. I have given a complete explanation. Ross proposed 7 duties. One is fidelity, reparation, gratitude, non-injury, beneficence, self-improvement and justice. I suppose you got the right answer here. D is the absolutely right answer. Now we'll go with the next question. What are the types of moral judgments? The easiest question that you can attempt in the examination, students, like now we have been talking a lot about moral judgments like now. And definitely you can look into that. I have given a complete list of explanation here. You can relate what is the moral judgment like permissible, impermissible, obligatory and supererogatory. And absolutely that is the right answer. You can take it as a sequence, permissible. So that is absolutely the right answer. You will find here now morally right acts, then morally neutral acts, then you will find morally obligated acts, morally supererogatory acts and morally impermissible acts. I suppose you got the right answer here now, answer C. We'll go with the next question, 51. Which of the following tests are suggested by philosopher Michael Davis? We have seen already Michael Davis, that rely on our common sense morality, but also reflect some of the concepts in moral theories or approaches like. So what could be the approaches, what could be the Michael Davis moral theories? And I think we have already learned that this is a last year's question again, like a reversibility test. You find here also reversibility, but A is absolutely the right answer. Harm test, publicity test, defensibility test, reversibility test, virtue test, professional test, colleague test and organizational tests. So here is the answer I have given. You can look into that. Answer A, publicity test, defensibility test, reversibility test, professional test, colleague test and organizational test. You can go through the complete details of this one, students like. And the next question, 52. Utilitarian theory. If a utilitarian approach requires that we maximize well-being, we have been talking a lot in the class about utilitarian theory like. How should we go about determining the criteria we should use in seeking this maximization? So the utilitarian theory talks about maximizing the efforts. One approach that has appeal from the engineering perspective is CBA. So through CBA, we try to analyze the maximizing the well-being of the person through utilitarian approach like CBA, which holds the course of action that produces the greatest benefit or utility relative to cost should be chosen like. What is the full form of the term CBA? The most easiest question wherein the moment you have looked into that, you could have easily attempted, that is cost benefit analysis. We have already seen this one, students like, that is C, sorry, D is the absolutely the right answer now, cost benefit analysis. And here we go with the last question, students like now. Joshua B. Cordon presents, an engineer is not liable or responsible. This is a test. An engineering is not liable or responsible for damages for every error. Indeed, if doctor performs an operation and if something happens, do we blame doctor? Society has decided through case law that when you hire an engineer, you buy the engineer's normal errors also, definitely. However, if the error is shown to have been worse than a certain level of error, maybe through negligence, the engineer is liable. Similarly, doctor also is liable. That level, the line between non-negligent and negligent error is called, is it an engineering judgment? Is it a normal distribution? Is it a standard of care? Performance relative standard, students now. Definitely the answer is C, that is the standard of care we take it as. So Joshua B. Cordon presents a useful characterization of this standard of care, students like now, right? So here I believe that all might have attempted the questions, and I wish all the best to those students who have attempted, and I pray that your answers are all right. God bless you and thank you.
Right. So I'm here to discuss about the questions of basics of material science. Here is the question regarding metallic bonding, right? See here all the statements given are correct. See first statement is given related to sharing of electrons. Okay, first statement is given related to the sharing of electrons, and bonding of electrons and resonance. This is correct. And the second statement is also correct because an array of positive ions are there, surrounding of that the sea of electrons are there. Okay, it is going to contribute the electrical conductivity. Third statements given, these are the electrons' freedom to move anywhere. So within the metal, electrons will move from one atom to the another atom, the valence electron. So third statement also correct. So all the three statements are correct for this question. So D is the correct option for this question. Now here is another question regarding the phase diagram rules. See here, if you go through these three statements, the first statement is incorrect because in the first statement Gibbs phase rule is given. Okay, Gibbs phase rule is given. What is Gibbs phase rule? F plus P is equal to C plus 2 or F is equal to C minus P plus 2. But in this question F plus P, F is equal to C plus P plus 2 is given. So this statement is not correct. So it is easy to guess the answer. So answer is C because only 2 and 3 are correct. Right? It's a very simple question. Next, another question related to the alloying elements in the steel. Okay, by adding alloying elements, what is going to happen in the steel? That is, so first statement is related to the sulfur. Actually, if the sulfur quantity is more in steel, sulfur react with iron and form iron sulfides. So due to that, material become more brittle. So what is given in the statement, that is absolutely correct. The second statement is related to the silicon. Silicon is a very good deoxidizer. So second statement is also absolutely correct. Third statement, see here, silicon oppose the iron oxide. See, silicon react with oxygen and form silicon oxide. So due to that, iron oxide formation is going to be reduced. So silicon is also detrimental for the corrosion. So the third statement also correct. So all the three statements are correct. So D is the correct answer for this question. Another question related to the cast iron. Okay, here in this cast iron, first grey cast iron is given. In grey cast iron, graphite is present in flakes form or globules form. That is absolutely correct. Second type of cast iron is malleable cast iron. Actually, malleable cast iron is produced from the white cast iron by doing heat treatment process. So second statement is wrong. And third statement, it's actually Mehanite cast iron. Strictly speaking, Mehanite cast iron, Mehanite is a company name, but is given in the question. Mehanite cast iron generally produced by doing this heat treatment process by doing calcium silicides. So this word should be here actually, but it is given reverse, right? So it is produced by heat treatment with the white cast iron, right, by adding this calcium silicides. So second is absolutely wrong. So 1 and 3 is the correct answer. So B is the correct answer. Absolutely saying only 1 is the correct answer, but here small interchange is there. Mehanite cast iron is also produced by heat treatment and by adding this calcium silicides, but not given. Okay, no problem. B is the correct answer for this question. Right. Another question that is related to the covalent compounds and covalent solids. Okay. Covalent compounds are soluble in paraffins. See, this is absolutely wrong because covalent compounds, you take water, ammonia, these are not going to be soluble in paraffins, right? So that is not correct. Remaining two are correct because covalent solids do not have a very close packed structure. So this is correct. Diamond is the best example. The atomic packing factor of diamond is very low, that is 0.34. So that is also correct one. Empty space is more. So 2 and 3 is the correct answer. So these are the questions related to the basics of material science. Next, our colleague will continue.
Hello students, total number of questions from current issues this term is 15 and most number of questions are direct. Any student who follow the regular current affairs at national level, international level, and those who can easily answer the questions. The person who don't cover this regular current affairs, they are not able to answer. But in my point of view, these questions are direct and easy questions. Let us see. Okay, the first question is about the Global Peace Index 2023. Ireland has been retained the position as the most peaceful country since inaugural 2008. This is right. 5 out of 10 countries, top 10 countries, most peaceful countries in the world located in the Europe. This statement is wrong because out of 10 countries and 7 countries from Europe only. So they asked to about the not correct. Second is the not correct. So the answer must be 2 only. Then the proof is here. The rank, if you see, number 1 is Ireland, and if you see, out of 10 countries and 7 countries from Europe only. Next, consider the following statements regarding Henley Passport Index 2023. They asked question about the passport index. The first statement is the Japan hold the title world most powerful passport. Earlier, Japan was the most powerful passport, but in 2023, it is not, because instead of Japan, this time the country is number 1, Singapore. Wrong. And 3 European countries, namely Germany, Italy and Spain, share second position. They visited 190 countries, right? So they asked a question about the not correct only. So first one is the not correct. The answer must be 1 only. Sir, what is the proof? If you see here, Singapore is number 1 and Germany, Italy, Spain is second position. And Germany, Italy, Spain is second position. Next, consider the following statement. India's goods and services tax collection for the month of June. So June GST collection 1.6 trillion. It is the right. India received highest ever FDI inflow US $83.57 billion for the fiscal year of 2021-22. Of course, this question is very difficult for any student. So these questions not supposed to ask in the examination, but they asked. This is also right. Even they asked a question about the net direct collection in the current fiscal year. The growth is 16% and the growth amount is 4.7 lakh crore. So these are also in the news which was given in the newspapers. So 1, 2, 3 all are correct. 1, 2, 3 all are correct. The answer is the D only. Next, consider the following statement regarding a Hemis festival. Yes, it is a Buddhist festival. Every year used to be held in Ladakh only. They asked a question. The Hemis festival in Ladakh, renowned religious celebration. Yes, it is related to religion, that is nothing but Buddhism. And Hemis festival dedicated to birth anniversary of Lord Padma Sambhava. Yes, it is right. And third one, Hemis festival offers a mesmerizing experience of Tibetan Tantric Buddhism. So most of the Buddhist people from Tibet visit this Ladakh area, and this kind of festival is going to have, they used to wear the mask. So the answer is all of this, that is D. Next question, Minister of Defence signed contract which of the following organization upgraded super rapid gun mount and other equipment around 3,000 crores. So Minister of Defence signed an agreement with BHEL. For what, sir? To produce this. So this kind of machines and guns you can use anywhere, and the rate of firing is very, very high. So the answer is BHEL. Straightforward question. Next, which of the following cities achieved Guinness World Record by constructing single lane bituminous concrete road? One city. Second question, longest double-decker viaduct with highway flyover metro rail. These two Guinness records were happened in 2 different cities. Okay, it is not 1 question, 2 question. The answer is single and bituminous, that was happened in Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh. And about the second one, longest double-decker, that was happened in the Nagpur metro. So the answer is Amaravati and Nagpur. Next, which of the following institution launched Center of Data for Public Good for multidisciplinary research, bringing together experts from academic, industry, government. So in order to bring different kind of people in the society and to prepare the kind of data for public good, and who prepared this kind of data? That was prepared by IISc. Okay, straightforward question. Next, Astrosat Space Telescope has crossed a major milestone by detecting 600th gamma ray burst launched by which of the following countries? Of course, anyone can answer this question because Astrosat, that was launched by India only. It was launched by India, but not in this year. It was launched in 2015. So if it is launched in 2015, why they are asking question? No, because this Astrosat recently in the news because of this detection. That's why they asked question. Next, which of the following ship not come under Indian Navy 8 ASW shallow watercraft project? So the Ministry of Indian Navy is going to launch a project called anti-war submarine. ASW means anti-war submarine. They are going to procure 8. They are going to procure 8. So this is one of the things. they given different names to this anti-war submarine, right? So the Mahé is correct, Malwan is correct, and Mangrol is correct. This name is not there. So they asked to not, okay? This is the answer. 95, which union ministry announced 5G and Beyond Hackathon 2023? So recently, Ministry of Communication conducted a meeting that is nothing but 5G and Beyond Hackathon in order to use the 5G technology in the future in different product. But anyone can answer this question with common sense. Why the common sense is matter here? They are talking about the 5G. When you talk about the 5G, it is about the Department of Telecommunication. That is part of the Ministry of Communication. So based on common sense, you can answer this question. Scheme for expansion and modernization of fire services in the state from the allocation of preparedness and capacity building funding window under the National Disaster Response Fund for strengthening fire services. So in order to strengthen the fire services, recently this scheme was launched. So this scheme is part of the National Disaster Management Authority. Anyone knows that the National Disaster Management Authority works under Ministry of Home Affairs. So by using some kind of that idea, you can clearly give the answer about the Home Affairs. 97, aim of the exercise nomadic elephant. Every year and India between other countries, they conduct joint exercises, military, navy exercises. There is one such exercise called nomadic elephant, and this exercise every year will happen in India and Mongolia. Very simple question. Next, which of the following is associated with the Sprint Challenge? There is a program called Sprint Challenge aimed at giving boost to uses of 75 new indigenous technology. So in order to promote the Atmanirbhar Bharat, in order to promote the indigenous technology, that too 75 new technology, in Indian Navy, they launched a program called Sprint Challenge. So Sprint Challenge is related to introduction of 75 new indigenous technology and in Indian Navy. And to increase the transparency and consumer awareness, handle customer complaint, centralized receipt and processing center and integrated ombudsman scheme. Ombudsman scheme means when you go to bank, you want to give a complaint against a bank, and there is a system called ombudsman scheme. So there are different types of ombudsmans are there. Recently Reserve Bank of India gathered all and they started integrated ombudsman scheme at Chandigarh. That was launched by RBI. The last question. These days VCIP is simple, safe and secure. You can complete your VCIP from wherever you are in India. You only need a PAN card, Aadhaar card. Then what is the full form of the VCIP? When you are asking Aadhaar card, PAN card, that is not identification. Nothing but called not capital. It is not capital, it identification. So it is a video based customer identification. By using some kind of common sense also, you can give the answer. So these are the 15 questions from my side. Thank you very much.
So engineering mathematics. So first question, the standard deviation of exponential distribution. It is a standard question. Standard deviation of exponential distribution is 1 by lambda. Nothing is there to solve. So it's a direct formula. Suppose 0.1% of the people have 0.1% of the people have disease D. So remaining 0.9% of the people do not have the disease D. A mass screening test is used to detect the cases. The test gives either positive or negative result for each person. Identically, the test would always give you a positive result for each person who has disease D and never do so for a person who has not. In practice, a test gives a positive result with probability. Positive result with probability 99.9%. So negative result the remaining percent, and with probability to 0.2% for a person who has not a disease. So 0.2% probability for a person who doesn't have disease. So obviously it is negative result 0.8%. What we were asked to find the probability that a person for whom the test is positive actually has the disease. So by using this formula P of D intersection P by P of P, by applying this numerator these two product, denominator these two product plus these two product, by simplifying this you will get answer 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 that is there in option A, therefore option A is the right answer. And similarly here let the random variable x and y have joint probability density function f of xy equal to, we were just asked to find marginal density function. So what is marginal density function? As you all know, marginal density function is y limits x to 1 f of x comma y dy. So substitute f of x comma y value here and integrate that. After substituting f of x comma y, which is integrated with respect to y, directly we will get the answer like this. Regarding marginal density function, we will get the answer like this. So you observe in all the options in place of C we have 6. So we need not find C by using total probability equal to 1. So by simplifying this you will get like this. So from this accordingly we can say option D is the right answer. Similarly, now you look at this question, what is the centroid of the solid enclosed by the cylinder x square plus y square equal to 4 bounded above by the paraboloid z equal to x square plus y square and bounded below by the xy plane. And you observe you need not find x bar value as well as y bar value. In all the options we have these two are zeros. So simply we have to find only this value. Centroid formula, so first you have to find mass. So while you are calculating centroid, mass is this dx, dy, dz. So by using this formula, of course z limits are given. So z limits x square plus y square 2. So by applying that you will get, and m suffix xy. For this is the formula. Z dx, dy, dz. Substitute the limits and later you need to convert to polar coordinates and simplify, and finally that z coordinate should be m suffix xy by m. So by substituting, actually first you have to write z limits. Once you get z limits, later it would be converted to polar coordinates. After doing so you will get the answer and then divide these two, you will get z value, I mean centroid z coordinate you will get. So for that you will get it as 4 by 3. So accordingly option B is the right answer. So the remaining questions my colleague Mr. Ravindra Reddy will continue.
Now let us start the question from the Fourier series. It is a question from Fourier series. Just we are asked to find the Fourier series expansion consisting of sine terms only, that is in the interval 0 comma L. In the interval 0 comma L, if you are asked to find the Fourier series expansion, that is sine expansion, that is same as the half range sine series expansion. So the half range sine series expansion of the function t of x is given by t of x equal to summation n equal to 1 to infinity bn into sine of n pi x by L in the interval 0 comma L. Now here the bn is given by the integral 2 by L integral 0 to L f of x. Here f of x is the t of x function. It is a function t of x function that is given by the kx into L minus x into sine of n pi x by L dx. After substituting this function, this algebraic function here and evaluating the integral, we get the function bn constant like this into this part, and then this is the correct answer. Now let us go to the next problem. What is the contour integral? It is a question from the complex integration. We are asked to find the integral of z square dz, but the function z square is analytic function, and here the path is from minus 1 plus j to 5 plus 3j. Minus 1 plus 1, this is minus 1 comma 1 point, other point is 5 comma 3, this is 5 and this is 3, so this point is 5 comma 3 on. It is a path starting point, ending point, but the C consists of the two straight lines. One straight line is minus 1 comma 1 to 5 comma 1, that is this. So we are asked to find integral along this path and along this path from here to here, right? But the function is analytic function. Because analytic function, it is independent of path. Between these 2 points, whatever the path is given, we can get the integral just by direct integration because of the analytic function. So instead of doing the integration along the 2 paths, just we integrate directly just like real definite integral, and then we substitute upper limit, lower limit on. So the integral is given by, let I equal to integral z equal to the starting point minus 1 plus I to the end point 5 plus 3 I. Instead of j, here I took the I, the function is z square dz. Because of the analytic function, the value of the integral is independent of path joining the 2 points. That is why you can go for direct integration. Just like the real definite integral, the integral of x square is x cube by 3. Like that, integral of z square is z cube by 3 on. Z cube by 3 from minus 1 plus I to 5 plus 3I. Now after substituting upper limit, lower limit, if you simplify this, then this will be like this, minus 4 plus 196 by 3j. Instead of j, here I took the I on. It is the answer for this. Now let us move to the next problem. Again, it is also the question from complex variable. We are given equation of the circle and along with the transformation function w equal to 1 by z. In general, to represent the complex function geometrically, we require the 4-dimensional space. That is not possible. Because of that, we can consider the one plane for input function of the complex function w equal to f of z. One plane for input and other plane is for output only. That is the function only. So here we are given this circle equation in the z plane, and we are asked to find the corresponding image in the w plane. But under this transformation w equal to 1 by z, under the transformation w equal to 1 by z, the circle in the z plane is mapped to the circle in the w plane. Because of this, directly we can add it is a circle equation in the z plane, and the circle equation, we can get the circle equation in the w plane. So directly we can add the center and radius. Now first we write this equation of the circle, mod z minus 3 by 4 minus j equal to 7 by 4. Now this is in the form of the general equation of the circle mod z minus z naught equal to r. R is the radius and z naught is the center, x naught comma y naught. The center C or x naught comma y naught equal to minus 3 by 4 comma minus 1 and the radius r equal to 7 by 4. It is the equation of the circle in the z plane with the center and radius only. Again this will be mapped to the same circle in the w plane, and for the circle in the w plane the center is given by, or the equation of the circle in the w plane is given by modulus of w minus w naught equal to radius r, just like this equation of the circle in the z plane, and the center w naught equal to u naught v naught is given by the formula x naught by x naught square plus y naught square minus r square comma y naught by x naught square plus y naught square minus r square, and the radius is given by, this radius is given by divided by modulus of x naught square plus y naught square minus r square. Now after substituting the x naught, y naught and r and simplifying this, we get the first option. So it is a required circle with the center and radius r on. So option is correct. Now next other questions will be discussed by my colleague.
coming to the next part. What is the absolute minimum value of the function on the triangle region in the first quadrant bounded by the lines? See, here one function given to you. Okay, first quadrant bounded by the lines means what it is? One is x is equal to 0, means that is y axis. Second one is y is equal to 0, x axis. Next line is y is equal to 9 minus x, means is it x plus y is equal to 9 or not? So what are the points here, corner points? 0, 0, 9, 0, 0, 9. Right. Now, absolute minimum they asked, means first you have to identify the local point of minima, and then along with local point of minima you have to substitute corner points also. So what is dou f by dou x? First you have to find dou f by dou x is equal to 0 implies what it is? 2 minus 2x is equal to 0, means x is equal to 1. Next, dou f by dou y is equal to 0 implies what it is? 4y, 4 minus 2y is equal to 0. That implies y is equal to 2. So the point is 1 comma 2. Now say this, 1 comma 2 is 1 point. Now what they asked here? Absolute minimum value. See, substitute the point 1, 2 and these corner points in the given function. Which one gives the minimum value? Which point gives the minimum value? That value is nothing but our absolute minimum value. What is f of 1 comma 2? Substitute 1 by 1, will get 7. F of, now coming to the corner points. What is f of 0, 0, 2. Next f of 9 comma 0, what it is? Minus 61 will come. F of one more corner point, what it is? 0, 9, minus 43. So, which is the minimum among all this? Minus 61 is the minimum among all this. So, option C is correct, right? Now coming to the next problem. What is the integral? This is a question in double integral problem. See here, actual question is integral 1 to 2 means here see, y limits given in form of y means these are the limits of x. So these are y limits I have to take because function of y given means these are x limits. That is x is equal to 1 by y to y, root y by x, e power root xy. This is with respect to, first this is nothing but dx dy. Okay. Now first I have to integrate with respect to x because x is a variable limits. First I have to integrate with respect to x means I have to keep y as constant. One simple substitution, simply put root xy is equal to t. Root xy is equal to t you assume, and then you integrate with respect to, so complete x limit keep y as constant, complete x limit convert as t limits. Okay. Final answer after conversion of x limits to t limits, integrate with respect to t first and then later integrate with respect to y. Final answer you will get like this. Yes, with this substitution, say this is a hint. Take this substitution, finally first integrate with respect to t and then integrate with respect to y. Final answer you will get like this, 2e into e minus 2. So which option is right? Option C will get it. Now coming to the next problem. The plane x is equal to 1 intersect the paraboloid z is equal to x square plus y square in parabola. Here x is equal to 1 intersecting this paraboloid means no doubt x is equal to 1 lies on this paraboloid. So substitute x is equal to 1 here. Put x is equal to 1 in z is equal to x square plus y square. Why? Clearly x is equal to 1 lies on this parabola because they are intersecting. So if I substitute x is equal to 1, what is it? 1 plus 2y. Now simply what they are asking, slope of the tangent of this paraboloid means slope of the tangent of this paraboloid at that point. Slope of the tangent means simply find the derivative. Simply you find the derivative. dz by dy is nothing but 2. This is the y square, this is z is equal to 2y written, y square. Is it? Now it is what it is? Now it is 2y. Now at a point, slope of the tangent at a point they asked dz by dy at 1, 2, 5. What it is? 2 into 2, 4 is the answer. 4 means which option is right? Option C is right. These are the questions in mathematics. I hope you all did well. All the best.
Hello friends, let us see problem numbers 16 to 30. There were totally 15 questions from this area, engineering aptitude. Out of these 15 questions that are given, there were some questions which were easy, like around 7 questions were easy, 6 questions were moderate, and there were 2 questions which are a bit time taking, a little bit difficult I can say. So out of the total 15 questions that have come, this is the classification. 7 questions were direct, you can directly do them. 6 questions were a little bit time taking. 2 questions were a bit confusing, that's all. Right? Out of those, let us see, like this question number 16, this I can classify it as moderate. So here the data given is related to 4 people and they were elected as new class officers and the professions are being given over there. President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer of the sophomore class at Summit College. From the following clues determine which position each person is holding. Now going ahead with, so here they have given the data related to comparison, some clues were being given over there and they are asking you to find each person is holding which position. It is something like seating arrangement, data arrangement or puzzle type I can say. So if you go for arranging the data over there, so finally you will be getting the answer as option 1. So it should be Tyler is the president, Ashley is the vice president, Ran is the secretary and like Brianna is the treasurer over there. This is a bit moderate one, a bit time taking because you need to arrange the data over here. So anyway, clear-cut solutions will be uploaded on ESE website. You can download the clear, like in detailed solutions from there. Next, going ahead with problem number 17. This is also a moderate question I can say, moderate, easy to moderate I can say. But the only thing that you need to understand here is, you need to see what is given over there. So they have given the roots in triangular form. And they have given the distance from any place to another place and the time taken to go from this place to this place is being mentioned over here. So based on the time taken, they are asking you to find which particular route is going to take a time which is less than 30 minutes. Now going ahead with, so what they have given, so you need to buy groceries at the supermarket, so you need to visit the supermarket, deposit a check at the credit union, you need to visit this place also, and purchase a book at the bookstore, you have to go to this place also. You can complete these errands in any order. So this is the hint you have to consider. You can do that in any order of your choice. Now they are asking you to find, you must start and end at your home. So first you have to start from your home and you have to end at your home only. The driving time in minutes between each of these locations is being given in the following figure. There's a figure that is being given and the times are being mentioned over here. So which is going to give you the least time taken. So what you have to do is simply go ahead by the options. What is the route which whose total driving time is less than 30 minutes? So which is giving you less than 30 minutes is the one. So if you go for checking that, it will give you option C. Why sir? If you check home to bookstore, if at all you are going from home to bookstore, first you go from home to bookstore, it will take how many minutes? 7 minutes over there. Again from bookstore you are going to supermarket. From bookstore to supermarket it will take how many minutes? 4.5 minutes. Again from supermarket you are going to credit union, it will take 9 minutes over there. From credit union you can go to home, which will take 8.5 minutes. Put together it is giving you how much? This is 11.5. So 7 plus 4.5, 11.5, 11.5 plus 9 will give you 20.5 plus 8.5. It is giving you how many minutes? 29 minutes, which is less than 30. So what they are asking you is, which is taking less than 30 minutes, hence it should be option C. If you check for any other options by using this method, that will definitely give you more than 30. So this is the only option which is giving you time lesser than 30 minutes. Hence your answer has to be option C. This is easy to moderate, I can say. Coming to problem number 18. So here also they have given, it is something like a puzzle test only. Each of 4 siblings, Anita, Tony, Maria and Josie, is given 5,000 to invest in the stock market. Each chooses a different stock. Each person is choosing a different stock. One chooses a utility stock, another an automotive stock, another a technology stock, and the other an oil stock. So those are the 4 stocks available for those 4 people. And each person is going to choose a different stock they have mentioned. And they are asking you to find, this is the data that is being given. So from the above clues, match the name of the sibling and the stock bought. So you just have to go for arranging the data over here. On arrangement, you will get first one as your answer. So you just go for checking by using that conditions. You will get the answer as first option, where Maria will be taking that utility stock, Jose is taking automotive stock, Anita is taking the technology stock, and Tony is taking the oil stock. This is also easy to moderate, I can say. Next, this is easiest, I can say, among all the questions that have come. This is a very fundamental question from permutations and combinations. If 6 people greet each other at a meeting by shaking hands with one another, how many handshakes will take place? So whenever there are n people who are there in a particular group, if each person is shaking hands with every other, the total number of shake hands taken will be NC2. Because for a shake hand to take place, we need 2 people. Between any 2 people, there will be 1 shake hand. It is as simple as selecting 2 people out of the 10 people that are available. So here, the number of people given is what? 6. If each person is shaking hands with every other person, the number of shake hands taken will that are going to take place would be 6C2. On simplification, this will give you what? 6 into 5 by 2 into 1. On simplification, it will give you what? 15. Hence, it has to be what? Option C here. Right? This is the easiest. Next, coming to problem number 20. Anu here picks a number, she doubles the number, squares the then the square by 3. So dividing the square by 3, subtracts 30 from the quotient and gets 18. What are the possible numbers that Anusha could have picked? So it is also a very simple one, where you just have to frame the equation. So she is assuming a number. Let's assume that she has taken a number x. She is doubling it. She is doubling it means it will become 2x. Squares the result. She is squaring this one. After squaring the result, she is dividing it by 3. When she is dividing it by 3, this is going to be the quotient. Subtracts 30 from the quotient. So from this, she is subtracting 30. The result is happening to be 18. That's what is being given over there. From this, you can say that send this 30 that side. That will give you 2x whole square by 3 is equal to 48, I can say. From this, I can say that 2x whole square is equal to 48 3 is 144, which gives you 2x is equal to square root of 144, which gives you plus or minus 12. So on simplification, x will come out to be what? Plus or minus 6. Hence, your answer has to be what? Option A. This is another easy problem that you must attempt. You cannot afford to leave this. Next, going ahead with problem number 21. This is also a lengthy problem, like it looks lengthy, but it is very simple if you are good at understanding the divisibility rules over here. What they have given, they are asking you for what? When the question is lengthy, always read the question part is what we generally say in the class. So here they are asking you for Diophantus when he died. How old was Diophantus when he died? So at that particular age when he was dying, what was his age they are asking you for? Now what you have to understand from this, like sir, how I can manage the show here? They have given the data like this. Diophantus passed 1/6 of his life. So if he has lived for X years, 1/6 of his life he has passed as childhood. 1/12 in youth. 1/12 of his total age he was in youth, and 1/7 more as bachelor. As bachelor he was living 1/7 of his entire life. So if you observe, whatever is the number of years he is living for, that should be a value, that should be divisible by 6, 12 as well as 7. That should be a number that is divisible by 6, 12 as well as 7. If you look at the options, there is only one option which is divisible by 6, 12 and 7 over there. So here it is not divisible by 6, here it is not divisible by 12, here this is not divisible by 6. Hence your answer has to be what? Option D. You don't even need to read that remaining part also. That easy it was. The only thing is, people after seeing this statement over there, they started framing the equation and it was becoming lengthy and they said it is difficult. So it is simple only, right? So answer should be option C. Next, coming to 22. This is also a very simple problem. You just take any number. You just go for assuming any number over there and you just do the process that is being given over there. So on simplification, you are going to get the result as 16. So this is also a very simple one. So the only thing that you have to do is you assume any number of your choice from 50 to 100. So 50 to 100 you assume any number like 60 or 61 or whatever it may be. After assuming that, you are adding 83 to that one. So if you are adding 83 to that, you are getting it as what? 143. After that, they are asking you to add the hundreds digit to the remaining part of the number. So 43 is the remaining part of the number. For that you add hundreds digit. That will give you 44. If you subtract this from the original number, what is the result they are asking? So 60 minus 44. On simplification, it will give you what? 16. It need not be 60. You can take any number of your choice here. I randomly took 60 over there, right? Hence your answer has to be option A. 23. An activities director for a cruise ship has surveyed 240 passengers of 240 passengers. Of the 240 passengers, 135 like swimming, 80 like swimming and dancing, 150 like dancing. So 40 like swimming and games, 65 like 25 like dancing and games, 15 like all the three activities. How many passengers like exactly 2 of the 3 types? So this is something which is related to Venn diagrams, 3 variable type. So this is a very simple one, and solving you will get the answer as option D. So detailed solutions will be available in the website, so please download from there. Right, going ahead with problem number 24. So this one is having 2 answers over here. So B as well as D are possible. There are 2 answers. There is an ambiguity in the answers that are given over there. So both options are correct according to the conditions given. Next, problem number 25. So this is also 50 people were asked to rank their preferences of 5 varieties of chocolate candy. So they have given the ranks over here. So 1 is the highest preference. So vanilla center is preferred by 17 candidates. Similarly, almond center is preferred by how many candidates? 8 candidates. And toffee center is chosen by 11 candidates and 9. So together it is happening to be how much? 20. Right? Next, coming to this one. So solid chocolate is preferred by 3 candidates and 2 candidates over here. Now they are asking you which is the most favorite one. If you want to find the most favorite one, you simply multiply the number of people with the rank they have given. So vanilla center is, for vanilla center you will be getting 17 votes totally, 17 first preference votes. Similarly for this one you will be getting toffee center, you will be getting totally 11 into 1, 11 plus 9 into 1, 9, 20. 20 preference votes. Similarly for this you will be getting 8 votes over here plus 5 votes for solid chocolate over there. So among all those, we will be getting highest number of votes for toffee center. Hence your answer has to be option C. Right. Next, problem number 26. This is same, but it is just opposite of what was given over there. What they have given. So 4 nominees are there. In each first place vote receives 4 points. So this, observe this Branson over here. He is like first preference vote is given by how many candidates? 30 candidates. So for each first preference vote, he will get how many points? 4. So 30 people are giving first preference vote, means total points he will be getting is what? 30 into 4 plus second one. Branson will get how many votes? Like 24 fourth preference means 24 fourth preference. For least preference votes, he will get 1 point. So like this, if you keep on adding, you will be getting the total number of votes received by, total number of points received by each person. Whoever is getting the highest number of points is going to be the person who is going to be chosen. So it is moderate to difficult, I can say. So problem number 26. So this option is D. Right. Going ahead with 27. Study the given information carefully and answer the question. So this is related to arrangement, such seating arrangement. So on arranging the data, like whatever is the data that is being given over there by ranks. So if you arrange the data like this, so there how many subjects are given over there? 7 books are being given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you are arranging the books over there, so you will get some arrangement over there. Based on that, you can choose like how many, like which 3 books are there between accountancy and Hindi they are asking you for, right? So for that, you will be getting the answer as option A. That will be the correct answer for that 27. Next, read the information given below and answer the question. So there is a group of 5 girls. Hasni is second in height. So this one is related to again puzzle or data arrangement. So here you cannot find the position of the people. That's why the answer is data inadequate. For this one, answer is option D. Data is not sufficient to arrange all the people over there. 29 is also related to arrangement only, right? But it is easy, like among the questions that are available, I can say it as this is the easiest one. One of the easiest one. For this one, 29th answer will be option A. After arranging the data, you will get S is the highest. 30. This is another simple problem that is given from a numerical part. This is the last one. A man has a certain number of small boxes to pack into parcels. If he packs 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 in a parcel, he is left one with 1. If he packs 7 in a parcel, none is left. That means whatever is the total number of parcels that, like if whatever is the number of boxes that are available, when you are dividing that number of boxes with 7, if you are packing into like parcels of 7, he is left with none, means the total number of boxes that are available should be a number that is divisible by 7. Look at the options which are divisible by 7, that's going to be your answer. So here it is not divisible by 7. Similarly, this is also not divisible by 7. This is also not divisible by 7. That is the only option that is divisible by 7. Hence it should be option B. You don't even need to go for solving also here. You can blindly say answer should be something which is divisible by 7. There is only one option which is divisible by 7. Choose that as your answer. Right. So these are the key for the questions from 16 to 30. For detailed solutions, you can refer to from our ESE Engineering Academy official website. Thank you.
Hi students, welcome to ESE Online. So here it is energy and environment. So this time you are getting around 6 questions from energy and environment, and around 15 questions you are getting from ICT point of view. No? So here it is the explanation for that. So question number 69, consider the following statement about ethanol. Okay, so ethanol. So here it is, ethanol is the primary produced from corn and sugar cane. Yes. So majorly we are getting, by using fermentation method, we are getting ethanol from these sources, no? So sugarcane and corn. No? So that's why this statement is completely correct. So next one, ethanol provides a major part of liquid fuel requirement in Brazil. Yes, so if you consider Global Biofuel Alliance, we already discussed in our classes also, okay. So US at the same time, Brazil, next India, these 3 countries are the major producers with respect to ethanol. Now, around 85% ethanol production takes place from these 3 countries only, okay. So, and Brazil is also major country which produce bulk amount of ethanol here, around 27% ethanol is majorly being produced by Brazil. So that's why this statement is also correct. Next, so coming to the third one, so the production of ethanol accounts for around 90% of the production of biofuel. Actually guys, so present we are in 2024, so so by this date we are producing just 60 to 65% of biofuels only, okay. So it means ethanol accounts around 60 to 65% only, 60 to 65% only. So that's why this statement is completely wrong. So only 1 and 2 are correct. So that's why here the final answer is option D, okay. So option D. So next one. So which one of the following statement is not correct regarding to carbon dioxide? Okay, so not correct. So here it is, the first statement, carbon dioxide is given off when dead organisms at the same time organic material decomposes. Yes. So if you consider organic matter, mostly we are getting by the process of decomposition, mostly we can get carbon dioxide derivatives. Na? So that's why this statement is correct. Next, volcanic eruption also we are getting carbon dioxide. So this is also correct. Next, it is stored in the mantle. Next, so ocean water releases dissolved carbon dioxide. Actually, the best sink of carbon dioxide is nothing but ocean. Okay, so ocean absorbs mostly carbon dioxide, and here it mixed with water. Then finally here we get carbonic acid. Okay, so carbonic acid. So when it is heated, okay, so when the temperature of the water increases, mostly it releases some amount of carbon dioxide derivative, na? Carbon dioxide derivative. So that's why this statement is also correct. When water temperature rises, then we can get the carbon dioxide derivative. So this statement is also be correct. So next, last one, a good amount of carbon in the atmosphere is present as methane gas. So actually guys, this statement is completely wrong. Why? Because so a good amount of carbon in the atmosphere present in the form of carbon dioxide, not in the form of methane. So that's why here the answer is, okay, so not correct. Na? Here the answer is option D. Option D is the right answer. Next, match the following list. So here they mention, okay, so this terminology is actually given from NCERT textbook, which concerns to 9th, 10th biology related concepts. Na? So Lamarck, next Lyle, next Malthus, next one Wallace. Okay, so if you consider Lamarck, so here this one is concerns to so inherence of acquired characteristics. Okay, so that's why, so fourth one. So here these two are having the same kind of options. Na? So that's why we have to pick up the next one. So Lyle, so this one is concerns to, actually this theorem is concerns to, actually this scientist is concerns to, so gradual geological process, okay, so gradual geological process have gradually shaped the earth surface. Na? So this one is completely concerns to a theory which is nothing but related to the shape of the earth surface. So that's why, so this is the correct option here. So this is the correct option. Option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Next one, what is chaparral? Okay, so what is chaparral? So chaparral means it's looking like this. Okay, so it's looking like this. So a shrub, a forest, at the same time densely growing evergreen scrubs are mostly be observed here. At the same time, small amount of trees are also be observed here. So nothing but oak, scrub oaks like that. Okay, so that's why option B is the right answer. Okay, option B is the right answer. Yes, so this is the last question in energy environment. So the expression, okay, the expression of ability of surface to reflect sunlight is known as. So when sunlight incident on the surface, around 51%, okay, so only 51% radiation mostly be absorbed by the earth, remaining radiation mostly be reflected, okay, so in the form, mostly be reflected in the form of radiation. So the reason is here we have some amount of clouds and dusts are also be there. Na? By the sunlight incident on these type of surfaces, mostly it's getting to be reflected. So this kind of effect is called as albedo effect, okay, so albedo effect. So that's why option A is the correct answer here, option A. So next one, ICT, Information and Communication Technology. So this year we are getting around 15 questions, especially from this ICT. So here it is the first question, question number 31. So which one of the following transmission media used for the remote control communication for television? Okay, so television, next VCRs like that. So here guys, remote control. So without having, it is completely wireless related communication. Na? So that's why optical fibers and fiber cable both are eliminated because it concerns to wireless communication. Okay, next electromagnetic spectrum. So in this electromagnetic spectrum, we are having different types of radiations like X-rays, UV rays, gamma rays, okay, radio waves, microwaves, number of waves are existed. So that's why this is also not suitable here. So the only one is infrared radiation, okay. So option D is the right answer. Mostly in this type of derivatives, we are being used infrared radiations. Next. So if you observe question number 32, so multiplexing and demultiplexing multi-process using a single IP address, okay. So multiplexing at the same time demultiplexing. So here guys, this is a challenging question. Why? Because option A and B both are correct, okay. Option A and B both are correct. So this is a challenging question. You have to remember this one, okay. So question number 32. So multiplexing and demultiplexing. Next one. Here it is the next question, question number 33. So where the browser fetches from a special directory on the disk and install as an extension to itself, okay. So guys, if you open any website, mostly some kind of pop-ups mostly be appeared, na? So it means actually this concept is concerns to plugin, okay. Option C is the exactly correct one here, okay, so there is no doubt about it. So option C is the right answer. Next one is, here it is, which one of the following feature used when a website is complex consisting of many pages produced by multiple others working for the same company, okay. So same company, often desirable to have to prevent a different pages from having different appearance, okay. So different pages from different appearance, okay. So did you observe this question? Yes. So here this one is completely concerns to option D. So nothing but forms, na? Sorry, this one is concerns to CSS, means cascading style sheet. Actually here they mention style sheets, na? So that's why option B is the right answer, okay. So cascading. So style sheet. So instead of that, here they mention style sheets, na? So that's why here we have to consider option B is the right answer. Next one. So which one of the following language is used to develop the web pages? Okay, so web pages in the structured and for automated processing. Okay, so what did they mention? Which one of the language is used to? Okay, so which one of the following language is used for what? Automated processing. So here the correct option is hypertext markup language. Okay, so hypertext markup language, it means option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Okay, right, so the next one. Which one of the following internet is used to allow the web server, okay, so to take back end programs and script, then accept input and generate HTML, okay, so HTML in response. So here the correct one is, okay, so here the correct one is the common gateway interference. Common gateway interference, it means option D is the right answer here. Okay, option D is the right answer here. Why? Because here they mentioned about accept input and generate HTML process in response. Na? So that's why here we have to consider common gateway interference. So these are direct questions. So next one, which one of the following status code responses gives the internal server error. So this is also direct question, guys. So here the option is B. So 500. Okay. So option B is the right answer here. Next one, which one of the following issues were the addressed while establishing an IT policy? Okay, so IT policy. So if you observe these 4 statements, of course these 4 are completely concerns to the establishing an IT policy now. So that's why, so here the answer is option D. Okay, so here the answer is option D. So for detailed explanation you have to download a ESE online app. So in that you will get the complete clarity about, okay, so complete information about each and every question which were mentioned in this exam. Okay, right. Next, question number 39, which one of the following is a harmful program? Okay, so harmful program. So here they mentioned without human intervention. Okay, so without human intervention. So if they mention without human intervention, then you have to consider option A is the right answer. Suppose instead of that, if they mention with human intervention, then you have to consider viruses. But here they mention without, no. So that's why option A is the right answer. Okay. So worms are considered as the right answer here. Why? Because without human intervention, we have to consider only worms. Right. So next, question number 40. Which one of the following attack 1? Okay. So one which malicious hacker takes over computers via internet and causes them to flood. Okay, so to flood a target site, to flood a target site. So this one actually here, which one is the correct option here? So DDoS. Okay, so DDoS, it means distributed denial of services, means option B is the right answer here. Okay, option B is the right answer here. Why? Because here they mention flood a target na. So flood a target site na. So that's why we have to consider option B is the right answer. Next, question number 41. Which one of the following is a set of program enable itself to gain administrator level access to computer without the end user content? Okay, without end user content or knowledge. Okay, so then here you have to consider rootkit. Okay, so rootkit, it means option D is the right answer. Okay, so without end users contents or knowledge, then because of that you have to consider rootkit here. Next one, question number 42. Yes, so which one of the following software or hardware that monitor system and network resources and activates the and notify network security personnel when it detects network traffic that attempt to circumvent at the same time security measures of the networked computer environment? Okay, so if you observe this question, guys, here they mention about detect network traffic. Okay, so it detect network traffic that attempt to circumvent at the security measurements. Okay, so it is for security measurements. So here the correct option is option A. So an instruction, okay, so instruction detention system, it means option A is the right answer here. Okay, so option A is the right answer. Next, question number 43. So question number 43, so here they mentioned about discussion forum on a one website might search for clues to the poster's identity on Facebook, next Twitter, at the same time other online sources. Okay, so how to distinguish all these derivatives? Mostly we are using doxing, right? It means option C is the right answer. Okay, so doxing is the correct option here. So it means question number 43, option C is the right answer. Next, question number 44. So here they mentioned about act. So which act mandate school and libraries in India to use some forms technological, okay, so protection to block computer access to obscene materials, pornography and anything else considered harmful to minors. Okay, so harmful to minors. So here they mentioned about block computer access, especially for what? Pornography, at the same time okay, so obscene materials and anything else considered harmful to minors. So then here, guys, you have to consider, so Children's Internet Protection Act. So option C is the right answer. Okay, option C is the right answer. So here it is the last question for ICT. So which of the following act is required for the commercial emails? Okay, so commercial emails in sending out messages that advise, okay, so advertise commercial product or services. What did they mention? commercial emailers in sending out messages that advertise a commercial product or services. So here this one is actually concerns to which act? CAN spam, CAN spam act, it was act 2003. So simply it is considered like controlling a assault of non-solicited pornography and marketing act 2003. So that's why guys, here we have to consider option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. So this is the total conclusion about general studies paper 1. Okay, so here we discussed almost all the questions what they have mentioned in the in today's paper. So from ICT at the same time, energy and environment, they given around 20 questions. Okay, this year they given 20 questions now. So for detailed explanation you have to download ESE online app, so you can access almost all the information about today's sections. Right, thank you.